out to be no Ja, no problem. Grizzlies beat the Lakers in Game 2 to even up the series at one game apiece, 103-93. All five starters in double figures. Tyus Jones filling in for the injured Ja Morant, who's dealing with a right hand injury. 8 helpers in this one, 8 assists, 10 points. How about Xavier Tillman? The kid out of Michigan State a couple of years ago, 22 points, 13 rebounds. Jaren Jackson, also a Michigan State product. I mean, look at this. 18 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks for the Defensive Player of the Year. And they get a 10-point win over the Lakers as the series shifts to Los Angeles for Games 3 and 4. Welcome in, CBS Sports NBA insider Bill Ryder. Bill, the Grizzlies holding the Lakers to 93 points in Game 2. Your instant analysis is what?
We talked about this before the game. The way you win this particular basketball game with no Ja Morant is entirely about defense. Memphis have the second best defense in the NBA this past season. We know they're a tough basketball team. They certainly think highly of themselves. They'll let you, the Lakers, LeBron James, everybody know. And they were going to have to slow this thing down, make it ugly, and make it difficult for the Lakers on offense. Keen, that's exactly what they did. And that's why they won this game.
No Ja, no problem. They improved to 12-10 without Ja Morant this season, 40-22 with him. And in terms of what the Lakers needed in this game, they needed a little bit better of a game from Anthony Davis. He was 4 of 14 from the floor, 13 points, 8 rebounds.
Unacceptable outing from a guy that is supposed to be one of your 2 superstars. LeBron James was phenomenal. He's always phenomenal. He's a lock in the postseason. But this has become way too much of a theme for Anthony Davis. I'm aware, you're aware, we're all aware his ceiling. We saw it in the bubble. It's a big part of the reason we know the Lakers have an NBA championship. But they did not bring AD in order to win one. They wanted to compete every single year for titles. They're having trouble competing in this series, in this game, with no Ja Morant because AD, again, didn't bring it. That level of criticism might be unfair for a role player or a guy that's not a star. Anthony Davis is supposed to be something markedly more important. He wasn't in this game, and it's a big part of the reason the Lakers go back home having missed an opportunity to steal a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, what does that say about LeBron and the Lakers? That they don't have to face Ja Morant in Game 2, and they still can't find a way to win?
I think it says what we've discussed. I think it says Anthony Davis wasn't the guy to push them. It was never going to be easy. Look, this is not a shot at Ja Morant. He's an amazing player, but he's not the reason the Memphis are one of the most feared defenses in the NBA and can make life miserable on any offense. I mean, that's just a reality of this team. So they were always going to come out and focus on D. And what does that mean? That means it isn't going to be Rui Hachimura. It's not going to be Austin Reeves. It's going to be your stars, LeBron James, who have to step up offensively. He did. And Anthony Davis, who did not. But it also says something about Memphis, which we've said. They deserve all the credit in the world for being more than a team that has a star. They have a superstar. It is Ja Morant. When he's there, it's part of the reason they think they can make a deep run. But without him, they are still a doggedly difficult team, especially defensively.
Yeah, LeBron needs another guy to go get buckets. And
always.
You cannot have Anthony Davis going 4 of 14 and win a game against another group of very good starters in the NBA, like the Grizzlies, who grind you out, especially in the grindhouse in Memphis. This is a series that could either, do we think this is going to go the full 7? How do we think this series is going to play out with the availability of Ja Morant in the balance?
I think it's 6 or 7. I think the Lakers are good enough as a basketball team to make a series of it, and maybe probably, frankly, to still win it. Because Anthony Davis's problem isn't that he's not great, it's that he's not great consistently. There's going to be another game or two, at a minimum, where AD is exceptional. LeBron's going to win you a game here or there. I think the question is really going to be, can the Lakers be consistent enough to take advantage of the fact they do have home court advantage now? They do. They go back to L.A., and they've got a chance to go up 3-1 if they can take care of business on their home floor. And the Ja Morant injury is still going to be pressing, because as much as this is really impressive for Memphis, as it is that they won without Ja, that is not a recipe for success over the course of a long series when LeBron James is on the other side of the equation.
What are you hearing about Ja Morant's availability for Game 3 on Saturday?
It's crickets. Certainly there was a serious level of worry and pessimism before this game. And I think that's continued. Haven't talked to anybody in that organization or really around the NBA since zeros, since we hit the buzzer, since the Lakers lost this game. What it does do, though, and one GM did hit me with this as we were walking down here, is whether this is part of the plan or not, this buys the Memphis Grizzlies so much time. Because we don't know the state of Ja Morant. It's hard to tell. He has been injury prone. We know the MRI was negative, and then that wrist it's a bruise somewhere in there. This gives them the chance, if they feel like they need to, and we don't know, to say to Ja Morant or have Ja Morant to say to them, need another game, let's roll with game 3, let's give it time. If the Lakers were to have won this and it went to 2-0, there's a lot of pressure to bring Morant back wherever he's at physically. This win's not just one that evens the series, it gives Ja Morant some time to heal if he needs it.
Yeah, huge win for Memphis, especially when you consider that a LeBron James-led team, when they go up 2-0, and this is not the situation now, they've never blown a 2-0 series lead. So this was a huge win for Memphis. Now as the series shifts to Los Angeles for Game 3, as we take a look at the schedule rest of way. Game 3, Saturday, 10 Eastern time from Los Angeles. LeBron James and the Lakers looking to bounce back, get a Game 3 win. Grizzlies will look to have Ja Morant back in the lineup.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.